what we did is we treat these things when it's muddy like this like you do your wife. We try to confuse them, and then we try to let them do whatever they want. But I thought the track, I didn't think we needed to do much, so I backtracked both of mine. I schooled them in the paddock and backtracked both of them, which is a soft way of doing it.
Did Sporting chance to go to the gate at all this morning back there, or did he just
He went to the paddock.
went to the paddock? Okay.
Both of them went to the paddock.
Okay. Okay. Well, let's talk about Bravazzo. I saw him going the wrong way. He looked like he was feeling good on his toes. How's the Bravazzo doing?
Well, he's doing well too, but the same thing. I just want to, if you turn him around, he's going to do too much on a track that I didn't think was perfect. That's something I do all my career. I like to cheat them a little bit, and if there's nobody out there, you can do that. And so I go backwards, and it confuses them like it does you, and we get a real soft gallop rather than a tough one.
And your plans, you think, the rest of the week, if the track continues to be like it was this morning?
I'm going to go light with both of them. I was saying earlier to some of your colleagues that if we're going to do something serious, I want to get paid for it. I'm not going to, I don't want. I don't need to do much with them. We're here, and I think that's true of all of the guys that are in the Preakness. I don't think we need to do a lot when we get this far. This is Wednesday, and we're going to enter tonight, and Thursday and Friday are definitely light days. So we'll see. I'm going to see how they feel tomorrow. If they're a little sharp, I may turn them around.
It seems that some trainers make a training chart going forward, and some trainers, I know some trainers, they decide as they're walking out to the horse path to the track that what they're going to do that morning. Your philosophy on planning out training schedules and making them up that morning.
Well, I make up my mind after I tack them up, and I may change it on the way down to the track. I do it all the time at home too. I try to read what's in front of me. I always say training horses is an intuitive awareness, or being able to read what you got in front of you. So I try to stay one jump ahead of them, meaning the horse. But I change up really. I never have plotted out a week. If I do, it's it's in pencil.
The other morning you were talking about Kodak's, your first Preakness Stakes winner. Fond memories of him, and I remember a while back you telling a story about Kodak's. The afternoon of the race, he was eating a big old hay bag of alfalfa, and some other old-time trainer came by. He was kind of mocking you a little bit, and you just kind of chuckled, and then you went on and won the Preakness with Kodak's. Your philosophy on that and feeding racehorses leading up to big races?
Well, in 1980, everybody would take the water away. That was the first thing. They would what they call draw them. They'd take the water away for 3 to 4 hours, and then they would take and put a muzzle on them and muzzle them, and so they couldn't eat their bedding or the hay, any hay. I never bought into that. When I was coaching basketball, I never had my players eating poached eggs and dried toast. I let them eat pasta and hamburgers or whatever they wanted. So because that's what they ate when they were home anyhow. So my theory was that why would you take the water away from a horse and dehydrate him before a big race? I'm sitting here and I'm looking down here and all the water buckets are out and they got muzzles on all the horses and half of them were in ice boots. And I thought, hell, I'm going to win this thing. So mine was eaten out of a big old alfalfa bag, and friend, actually the guy that came and sat on that bench down there didn't know me. He was in the Hall of Fame actually. And he said, "You're going to let that horse eat that hay?" And I said, "Yeah, right up till I bridle him." And he says, "Is the water in there?" And I said, "Yeah, the water's in there." He said, "You're going to leave the water in?" I said, "Yeah." And he looked at me and he said, "If you beat us today, I'm going to go to work for you." So we won by 7. But nowadays you don't see a muzzle. You can go down through here on 3-4 hours before the race, and there won't be any muzzles. There'll be guys that'll got them on shavings that'll maybe take the hay down and stuff, but you don't see any muzzles anymore and stuff like that. And we definitely know that when I was playing, I always wanted a drink, and I didn't think it was to be a sissy to take a drink like that thought, but Now they give athletes salt pills and all the water they can get in them, and then they hang a tube on them at halftime, a drip line, and everything else. So it's okay for those horses to have something to drink.
Okay.
Thank you.